Pathetic. Pathetic. The only word I can use is pathetic, where the way Real Madrid played today against Real Betis was simply pathetic, and that's the most nicest way I can put it, because a team that was dominating Europe 1.5 years back is losing to Real Betis, and they're losing like that. They are having a hard time scoring goals. Yes, you do not have Ronaldo, but you should have someone who can actually score at least once in 2 games, and not even once in 2 games, but someone who can score when the time comes when he has to step up as a striker. You don't have someone like that. You don't have it. You don't have Hazard. He's injured, but you have Karim Benzema, who is used to assisting Ronaldo. You have Vinicius, who is very young, and he is going to take time to improve his finishing. Zidane says that Jovic is his second preference striker, but in turn he plays Mariano. He plays Mr. Diaz in place of him. Yes, Diaz is doing good, definitely better than Jovic has done in Real Madrid, but today's match was pathetic. Other than the penalty, the Real Madrid were lucky that it was just 2-1. There was a situation where Joaquin could have scored, but he did not, because it was a very stupid pass from him. He could have definitely scored. He dribbled past Courtois, and the goal is open in front of him, and he decided to pass. It's fair play, because they have won at the end. But for Real Madrid, it's very, very concerning on how they are lacking behind when it comes to scoring. Another point I want to point out is which is very, very, very concerning, is the defensive organization. The defensive organization of Real Madrid right now is down the drains. You expect Sergio Ramos to actually step up and be the leader, but I did not find that in him today. I'm an admirer of Sergio Ramos, and he has been an inspiration for a lot of people. But today, what I saw, that wasn't the Sergio Ramos that we actually praise and we admire. That was someone who was irresponsible. Yes, as a fan of Sergio Ramos, it feels very, very sad and disheartening to say these words, but these are true facts. You're a defender and you are roaming about up front, and then because of your absence there are breaches in the defense. And how do you explain that? You're a centre back. You have to protect the defense first and then score. Yes, I understand that there are no scorers, but that's not your job. Your job is to defend. And we could see clearly that when Christian Teo was running his hearts out with the ball and he scored the goal, Ramos was nowhere near the defense. We could see Valverde running, just chasing behind Christian Teo, like Robin was being chased by Ramos and Piqué in the World Cup, in the Euro. This is not how you actually defend. You don't lead a team like this. And now let's talk about the match. Enough of rant, but let's talk about the match. Christian Teo came in and he did a really, really good job, where he actually can use his speed, which he proved today. He is very, very fast, and he's strong as well, and he's quick feet, which actually he used very, very effectively and efficiently today. And yes, he did score the winning goal. It was really unexpected that Real Madrid is going to lose to Real Betis, and in this way. But the first goal by Sydney was also brilliant, where players were not playing to the whistle, and then Couto was kind of out of focus, and I don't know what he was thinking there. And Sydney, of course, a thumping goal, and the defender gets himself a goal, that too against Real Madrid. So hero he is in this game. And also I don't get the point of why substituting substituting off Cruz. Maybe because he is not as fast as Modric, and but the passes he actually strings are good, but there are no one to actually finish the passes. So I feel that's the reason, but other than that, I can't find any reason to sub off Cruz at that moment and bringing in Diaz. So bringing in Diaz had a positive effect, I won't lie, but the end result is nothing. The end result is something that is of no use, and you drop points, away points, and now you are in second. Uh, Casemiro had a good game. Ramos was pathetic. Varane was very unstable. Militao did a good job. Courtois, yes, definitely a good job. Marcelo was subbed on, and Mendy came on in his place, and Mendy did a fair job for himself for the amount of minutes he was there. Modric did good, but he kind of lost his leg at the last moments of the game, where he was just not being able to put up with the speed and intensity that Real Betis was actually offering them. So in that case, Modric did good for himself. He had a decent game, but he's no more a player whom you can trust on or rely on for full 90 minutes. Vasquez, on the other hand, and Vinicius Jr., hats off to them, because they did very, very, they did decent for themselves. They did a fair job, justice to themselves, because Vinicius Jr. knows how to use his speed, knows how to use his strength, but he lacks finishing, which he will develop. As Thierry Henry was when he came on, he was also he started off as a winger who did not have that finishing edge which we know him for, but hopefully Vinicius Jr. is going to improve. So no criticism or harsh criticism on Vinicius Jr., as he did a fair job for him. Vasquez also gave his hearts out on the right hand side, and Benzema, you must score. If you are the striker, and in this full squad, I don't see anyone who has the scoring ability other than you. And if you miss on chances, it means that there are no alternatives. There is no Ronaldo who is going to come from behind and score. And even Bailey's out of form. He is out of favor, and he's on the bench on most of the games. And this is a very, very pathetic situation for Real Madrid, as Courtois, who was criticized in the last season, is actually saving Real Madrid big time this year. Courtois is the real deal this year, and I have no doubt about it, and I challenge everyone who thinks otherwise. So that's all I could actually take out from the match. Real Betis played their hearts out. They did a very good job, and yes, they deserve this win. They definitely deserve this win. The way they worked hard, the way they actually played this end-to-end game, kept the intensity high for a long time. Definitely deserving winner, and deserving 3 points for them. Congratulations to them, and I don't know what else to say to Real Madrid. Though I'm not a fan, I'm really upset to see such a big team suffer like this, just because they have there's lacking of defensive organization with Ramos. That's the most important point. With the presence of a defender like Ramos, your defensive organization is pathetic, and then you fail to score. Ramos did try to go up front and try to score, but you're not going to pull off Atletico Madrid in every game. So you need to understand that you have to target to keep a clean sheet and trust your teammates to score. This is something Zidane, I think he has to work it out with the players and get someone or develop someone, or maybe find out a way to score goals and focus on defense separately. And you cannot depend on Sergio Ramos for both defending and both scoring. That's simply not possible for the age he is in, and for the teams he is going to face, and the way Real Madrid's other defenders are playing. Once Marcelo is up on the field, it's gone. the left hand side is empty. And now, if you have Marcelo and Ramos on the top, they have lost their legs as well at the dying moments, and they do not have that peak speed which they had before. So it's done. If a player like Christian Teo, and that was the clear example, if a player as fast as Christian Teo gets the ball at that area, he's definitely going to score, and that's what Christian Teo did today. That's easy. That's easy to find out why they conceded these goals, and it's easy to find out why they were not being able to score goals. You're depending on defenders you're depending on your captain, who is a defender, to score goals, and not Karim Benzema. Yes, he has stepped up in many matches. He has saved Real Madrid. He has saved Real Madrid in a lot of matches, but he is not scoring when he's needed, and he dropped points. And this match was very, very crucial to them because they were leading the La Liga table, and right now they're at second. But that's all for today. If you like it, consider subscribing and give it a thumbs up, and comment down below. I really want to know what you feel about this particular match. I've given my opinion and looking forward to yours. And hopefully we'll not see big teams suffering like this. But it also feels good that these small teams are winning, and this actually creates a good hype and creates good healthy competition in the league, which is very, very good for all other teams present in the league. So for La Liga overall, this is a good news that Real Betis has stepped up and defeated Real Madrid. But for a neutral fan and maybe a fan of European giants, definitely not a good thing. But anyway, a good game, deserving win for Real Betis. And till then, we'll see you in the next one.